with another video. First and foremost, July 11th while it's closed, but let's just jump right into the video. It seems to be a problem with Superman. It only has 4 months to go. You guys remember we was 6 months in? Now we're 4 months. You know, time is moving on. And it seems like the marketing's been shit and they're not confident in this film. A lot of people were saying, well, the Jurassic Rebirth isn't promoting as hard as yet, but they have a steadily billion-dollar franchise. They don't really need to do that much. But Superman does, especially if it's starting a new universe. But you know, a lot of James Gunn clowns is going to try to look over the fact that James Gunn is just a menial director who should have never rebooted this franchise in the first place. But there seems to be some problems. There's some negative test screenings, and James Gunn is on record saying he had to do multiple changes because of those screenings. So there was many screenings, which led me to believe that that article that Jeff Snyder or whoever that guy was, that was accurate information, even though you clowns didn't want to believe it. Here you have James Gunn saying he had to make a lot of reshoots, which he's against. And this is trouble. Because most reshoots do work in certain circumstances, but with a movie this large of a scale, you only got one chance to mess up. And based on the footage that we've seen so far has been lackluster. Now you can say, I'll give you the views and all that stuff was the best thing, even though I had the evidence that they paid for ads, and I still have the evidence. A lot of YouTubers had the evidence that they paid for ads, but I'll give you that. The views was the best thing, but ever since then, everything's been downhill. Especially that flying scene that James Gunn was so confident in. He didn't realize he was going to get backlash, and he didn't realize it was going to go into the mainstream media. Forbes magazine wrote an article about that, and that's the reason why I think James Gunn had to respond. But you can kind of tell that this movie's in trouble from the simple fact that they fired Barbie's marketing director. That movie did hell of marketing. I think Google changed their web browser to promote Barbie. That alone should tell you that this movie is in trouble, and all these cuts that they're doing should tell you. They don't seem confident in this slate, and I think Superman is DOA. I mean, it may be a miracle that it somehow makes $1 billion, but there's a lot of things working against this movie. So you guys got to look at the evidence. It's a wrap. James Gunn posted this photo earlier, but he's still hiding the full suit. Why won't they show David Cornball in his full suit? And I believe they're not confident in this movie. The overall marketing campaign in this movie sucks. There's an article out there saying that it is going to be a Barbie style campaign, but it's only going to be through WB's network, meaning it's not going to be in the mainstream media. You're not going to see it at Taco Bell. You're not going to see any billboards. You're going to see it on the Home Shopping Network or the Home Cooking Network, or the Puppy Bowl. Anything that WBD owns, that's where you're going to see the major push for Superman. They don't have the money. They simply just don't have the money. And if you don't have the money, then I don't see this film being successful. You're really just going off hype and some YouTubers, because I guarantee you're going to have a lot of YouTubers saying how good this film is, one in particular, and they're going to be relying on that. They just don't have the money. They don't have the confidence. And I believe these videos is starting to really make them nervous. A lot of people saying, well, James Gunn and Zack Snyder don't watch your videos, but what do you think they do on their spare time? There's interviews with Zack Snyder with channels with less subscribers than mine. When those people have downtime, they watch YouTube, you guys. And I'm pretty sure James Gunn and Zack Snyder came across some of my videos. They may not be a subscriber of mine, but I'm pretty sure they're hearing what the fans are saying, because James Gunn has yet to show David Cornball in his full suit. You know, what are they hiding? What are they hiding? They're going to have to show it eventually. But I think this movie is going to flop hard. And I still think you guys should keep your wallets closed so we can get what we really want. We don't want James Gunn's Superman. Us as the consumer want Zack Snyder's Justice League story finished. And if he's such friends with Zack Snyder, like he so buddy up with him in that selfie, he need to call Zack Snyder up and say, hey man, I need for you to help me out. Because right now, it's not looking good. You guys got 4 months. Just a while ago, we was at 6 months. February's over with now, you guys. So, like, what is your excuse? What is your excuse? I think the test screenings, that rumor back in was true, and I think James Gunn brought it on himself. He didn't pick the war with the fans, pretty much. So, but what do you guys think? Share your thoughts. Do you think those test screenings is cool? And why you think he's hiding David Cornsweat? Like, they always show him from the neck up or the waist down, but they don't show him in his full uniform. You want to know why? Because he looks silly. That's why. But what do you guys think? Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And remember, no Snyderverse, no money, wallets closed. Peace.